It is 5:30 in the morning in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. The soil is still cool under my boots, and the air smells like dew and turned earth. I walk the same row I have walked every June morning for 30 years, and I stop at the same spot I always stop. I reach down and pull the first onion. The bulb is about the size of a golf ball, pale, soft shoulders, thin skin. I set it on the ground and pull the one next to it, planted the same day, same seed variety, same row of soil. This one fills my entire hand. Before I show you what made the difference, I want you to answer one question in the comments right now. Did your onions this year come out big or small? Just type big or small. I want to see the ratio. Most gardeners do everything right on paper. You buy good sets. You water once a week. You put down fertilizer in the spring and you wait. Then August comes and you reach into that bed and pull up something that looks like it belongs in a grocery store bag labeled pearl onions. Not what you planted for. Here is what that costs you in real terms. The average American household uses about 20 pounds of onions every year, according to USDA data. At $1.50 to $2 per pound at the store, that is $30 to $40 a year walking out of your pocket for something you tried to grow yourself and could not. Now, I want you to sit with this. The reason most home garden onions stay small has nothing to do with your seed variety. It has nothing to do with your watering schedule or whether you remembered to fertilize in June. It is the soil pressing against the shoulders of the bulb when it is trying to expand. That is it. The fix costs nothing. It takes 15 seconds per plant, and almost no one who gardens at home ever thinks to do it. My name is Yoder. I am Amish, and I have been farming in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania for over 30 years. The technique I just described came from my wife, Esther. She learned it from her mother, who learned it from her grandmother, who was putting up onions through Pennsylvania winters back in the 1940s when there was no grocery store to fall back on if the cellar ran dry. That is the tradition side. Here is the science side. North Dakota State University Extension, in their official guide on growing giant onions, states directly, compacted soils will restrict bulb growth. NC State Extension confirms that onions have a shallow root system and are highly sensitive to soil compaction and uneven conditions around the bulb. I want to be honest with you up front. If your soil is pure clay, or if you have serious drainage problems, the tips in this video will help, but they will not solve everything on their own. What I am sharing today works best when your soil is decent and you are already doing the basics right. These are the details that most gardeners miss. There is more traditional knowledge than fits into a single video. The full planting calendar, companion planting by season. Technique 1. The shoulder clearing. Here is the first technique, and it is the most important one. When your onion bulb begins to push upward and you can see the top of it breaking through the soil surface, that is the moment the bulb is entering its expansion phase. Everything the plant is doing now is focused on making that bulb as large as possible before the days start shortening. Research from Cornell University's College of Agriculture found that onions grown in compacted soil produce bulbs 30 to 40% smaller than onions grown in properly prepared, loose beds. What you do is simple. After watering, when the soil is moist and gives way easily, use 2 fingers or a smooth wooden stick to gently clear the soil away from the upper third of the bulb. Create a small, open collar of space around the shoulder of the onion. Do this every 2 weeks from the time the bulb first appears above the soil until about 3 weeks before harvest. One important limit. Do not do this when the soil is dry and cracked. Dry soil does not move cleanly and you will tear the surface roots that run just under the soil line. Always do it after watering. Technique 2. The ash feed. The second technique is something my family has done for as long as anyone can remember, and it is something modern soil science fully supports. Onions need potassium to form a dense, firm, well-protected bulb. Potassium regulates the osmotic pressure inside each cell of that bulb. When potassium is low, the onion grows soft, it stores poorly, and it rots within weeks of harvest instead of lasting through winter. The commercial answer is a bag of muriate of potash from the garden center, which runs $8 to $12 and requires you to measure, dilute, and apply carefully to avoid burning your plants. The Amish answer is wood ash from the fireplace. University of Wisconsin Extension, Purdue Extension, and the University of Florida IFAS program all confirm that natural wood ash contains 4 to 10% potassium by weight. It also contains calcium, phosphorus, and trace minerals that onions use during bulb formation. Here is exactly how to apply it. Take 1/4 cup of dry wood ash from natural hardwood only, never from painted wood, treated lumber, or garbage. Sprinkle it in a ring around the base of each plant, keeping it about 3 inches away from the stem. Then water it in gently so it begins to move into the soil. Do this one time when you first notice the bulb starting to form. Do not repeat it throughout the season. Here's the honest limit. If your soil pH is already above 6.5, skip this technique entirely. Wood ash raises soil pH, and pushing it higher will lock out nutrients instead of adding them. The University of Florida IFAS extension is clear on this point. Test your soil before you apply anything. Technique 3. The 4-week cure. Growing a giant onion bulb is only half the work. The other half is making sure it lasts. Here is what most home gardeners do. They pull their onions in late summer, rinse them off with a hose because they look muddy, set them on the kitchen counter, and wonder why they start going soft within 2 weeks. The rinse is what kills them. When you wash a freshly harvested onion, you remove the natural dust and loosen the outer skin before it has hardened into its protective layer. That outer papery skin is not decoration. It is a moisture barrier and a shield against bacteria and mold. The FAO food storage guidelines confirm that properly cured onions stored at 32 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit at 65 to 70% relative humidity can last 6 to 8 months. Here is the exact process. After pulling your onions, do not wash them. Do not even brush them hard. Lay them in a single layer on a wire rack or wooden slats in a shaded, well-ventilated space like a barn, garage, or covered porch. Leave them there for 3 to 4 full weeks. You will know they are ready when the neck of the onion, the part where the green top meets the bulb, is completely dry and papery, and the outer skin makes a dry, rustling sound when you touch it. After that, trim the tops down to 1 inch, place the bulbs in a mesh bag with good airflow, and hang them in a cool, dry location between 40 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The honest limit here is variety. Sweet onion types like Walla Walla or Vidalia will not store more than about 1 month, regardless of how carefully you cure them. This long storage method works for pungent yellow varieties, like Copra or Patterson. Know what you planted before you plan your winter supply. If what you are watching today is useful to you, I want to invite you into something larger. The Amish Home Savings System is a community built around traditional methods for running a home on less. Lowering utility costs, wasting less food, stretching a grocery budget, making repairs without calling someone. Esther and I answer questions directly from members every week. The link is in the description below. Come join us if it sounds like something that fits your life. Now let me show you what all of this actually means for your grocery bill. Let us run the numbers honestly. A 3-pound bag of commercial potassium fertilizer at the garden center costs $8 to $12 per season. A supply of wood ash from your fireplace or fire pit costs nothing. That is $8 to $12 saved every single growing season. A successful onion harvest, properly cured and stored using the method I just described, can supply your household for 6 to 8 months. At the current average retail price of $1.50 to $2 per pound, and assuming your family uses 20 pounds per year, that is $30 to $40 per year you stop spending at the store. Over 10 years, that is $300 to $400, and that is a conservative estimate. Here is the broader point. The garden center makes money every time you believe you need a new product for a new problem. There is no money in teaching you that your fingers, some wood, ash, and 4 weeks of patience are all you need to grow and keep onions through winter. Here's what I want you to do this week. Walk out to your onion bed. Look at the base of each plant. If you can see the shoulder of the bulb starting to push above the soil line, wait until after your next watering. Then use 2 fingers to gently clear the soil away from the top third of each bulb. That is the whole assignment. Come back to the comments in 3 weeks and tell me what you are seeing. I read every one. Before you go, I want to ask you something. My grandmother's generation never bought a single onion in their lives. They grew them, they cured them, and they pulled them out of the cellar in February when the ground outside was frozen solid. That knowledge did not come from a book. It was passed from one pair of hands to the next. Leave a comment with one traditional gardening tip your family passed down, anything at all. Let this comment section be a place where that knowledge does not disappear. Next week, I will show you the Amish method for planting garlic in the fall so it comes up larger than anything you have ever bought at a store. Until then, remember this. The onion does not know what month it is. It only knows whether the soil around it is giving it room to grow or holding it back. Give it room. That is what the old folks always understood.